Why is it that so many travelers, people who research every detail of their trip, compare flight prices for weeks, and even read dozens of reviews before booking a hotel, still walk straight into the glowing trap of airport currency exchange counters, almost as if they were hypnotized by the word convenience? Picture the scene. You've just stepped off a long-haul flight, your head is pounding, your phone battery is blinking at 1%, and you're juggling passports, boarding passes, and luggage all at once. Then suddenly you see a bright booth with a big smiling sign that screams, "Best exchange rates guaranteed," in huge bold letters, and your tired brain thinks, finally, a solution. But what you don't realize in that moment is that those counters are some of the most perfectly engineered psychological traps in the entire travel industry, designed not to serve you, but to drain you quietly, with such subtlety that you won't even notice the money slipping away until it's far too late. What makes them so dangerous is that the scam is not just in the visible commission fee that most travelers naively focus on, but in the hidden layers underneath, spreads on the exchange rate that can cost you 15 to 25% more than what you should be paying, double charges disguised as processing or service fees, and in some airports, clever tricks like rounding down exchange amounts so you lose an extra few dollars on top of everything else. These booths are deliberately placed in high-stress areas, right after passport control, near baggage claim, or beside exits, because studies in behavioral psychology show that human decision-making collapses under exhaustion and time pressure, and airport exchange companies exploit that collapse with surgical precision. And here's a piece of insider information you won't hear on most travel channels. Some of these airport exchange companies are tied into local government contracts or security partnerships that give them an official-looking presence, which subconsciously makes you feel safe, as if you were dealing with a bank, when in reality, you're handing over your money to a middleman system designed to maximize profit at your expense. In fact, some don't even handle the cash directly. They funnel transactions through offshore processing networks, earning profits not just from your poor rate, but also from trading and holding the currencies you provide, which means that the $500 you thought you were exchanging is actually being multiplied in value on their balance sheets, while you walk away with a fraction of what you should have. Just think about this. The difference you lose by using an airport exchange could easily buy you an upgraded dinner in Paris, a luxury river cruise ticket in Bangkok, or even an extra night in a Tokyo boutique hotel. Real experiences that vanish the second you hand your cash across that glowing counter. Now you might be wondering, if not the airport exchange, then what? Here's where seasoned travelers and insiders take the smarter route. They rely on global bank-backed ATMs inside airports that use interbank exchange rates, meaning the same rates banks trade with each other, often saving you 10 to 20% instantly. Others carry multi-currency debit cards or pre-loaded travel cards, which lock in fair rates before you even leave your home country, protecting you from both shady spreads and volatile market swings. Even better, many now use digital wallets and apps connected to international financial networks that bypass traditional exchange completely, letting you pay directly in local currency at near true market value. The truth is, once you've experienced these alternatives, you realize that airport counters are not conveniences at all. They're expensive illusions dressed up in flashing lights and fake promises. But the saddest part is that millions of travelers, from first-timers to frequent flyers, continue donating chunks of their travel budgets every single day because nobody ever told them what you're hearing right now. So, if the airport exchange counter is a trap, what's the alternative? Seasoned travelers know the answer. They use global bank-backed ATMs inside airports, which offer interbank exchange rates, the same rates banks use to trade currencies, saving you 10 to 20% instantly. Others rely on multi-currency debit cards or pre-loaded travel cards, locking in fair rates before they leave home and shielding themselves from fluctuating markets and hidden fees. Some opt for digital wallets and mobile apps tied to international financial networks, allowing them to pay directly in local currency at near-market rates, bypassing the traditional exchange system entirely. And here's the thought I want to leave you with. Next time you find yourself standing in front of that booth, jet-lagged and tempted by the easy fix, ask yourself if the cost of saving 5 minutes is really worth silently giving away 20% of your hard-earned travel money to a system that survives on exploiting your exhaustion. Because once you see the hidden mechanics of these traps, once you realize how deliberately they are designed to make you act against your best interest, you'll never see those glowing counters the same way again. And that single shift in perspective could mean the difference between throwing away your travel budget at the airport and spending it on unforgettable moments that make your trip truly priceless.